a family generally is a father and a mother and then children. Are there ways, that is the norm. That is the norm, and I would say in some ways this is gonna sound a little bit weird for a certain amount of people, but that is sort of the ideal.
I don't know how anyone can debase themselves publicly on a regular basis more than Dave Rubin, who is married to a man and is currently expecting children who he's having through surrogates, which of course his audience like demonized him for doing. John, if someone offered you $1 million to hate yourself every single day in public, like would you do it?
I've been doing it for free for years, honestly.
That's a good point.
Time to get paid. No, I every time you play one of those clips, I've like gone out of my way on social media. I don't come across that stuff. I think I have it muted. I've had it muted for years, but it depresses me so deeply to see it. To see what people will do for money, how they'll, as you say, debase themselves. And maybe he doesn't like that accusation or whatever, that he's just doing this for the money, but like he needs to understand that is us being so charitable to him. Because if he actually believes the things he's saying, that is the most pathetic thing on earth right now. If you would do this stuff for people that absolutely despise you, that hate your family, that you would either pretend to or really believe that there is something fundamentally wrong with your own marriage, that there's something fundamentally wrong with you having kids.
That your marriage,
there's nothing wrong with your marriage, there's nothing wrong with you having kids. Your family is the ideal, it's all the same.
You know what the ideal family is? A family that showers their children with love. A family that consists of, it doesn't have to consist of partners, right? But if you do, as long as you guys have each other's backs, you're each other's ride or die. Like you share life's wonderful experiences together. You get through the worst experiences in life together. Your partner gets you through. That is what an ideal family is, right? One that is full of love, support. I mean, your kids one day are gonna see that segment and they're gonna hear you say that you don't have the ideal family because your funders don't want you to say that same-sex marriage can yield an ideal family. It's just gross. What are you doing, bro? Like, it's just, look, if you wanna hate yourself for money, but just think about your kids and what they're gonna see, because they're gonna see this, and I just think about them, right? If you wanna debase yourself, I don't care about you, right? Debase yourself all you want. But like these kids, they're gonna be born into this disgusting situation with a guy who's willing to say terrible things about his own family to appease his funders. It's gross.
Oh, and by the way, and they will be attacked constantly by people that are ideologically similar to him, his fans. They were attacking the kids and the process immediately. You think that's gonna go away in 6 months? You're helping to sustain a movement that has not just as a component of its ideology, but at its very core, a hatred of this group and other related groups. Like that's what it is, and it's not worth it. But this is what happens. Like when Dave Rubin started off, it was easy. You say that you're a former lib, and I'm so totally still a lib, but the right is right about literally everything, and you can just do that. You don't have to know much. You don't have to be particularly clever, witty, or smart, or funny, or anything like that. But now there's so much competition for the supposed former leftist or former lib that they have to keep outdumbing them each other. And so, like, how are you supposed to pretend to still be a reasonable lib who like agrees a little bit with the right when they have to fight with so many? They have to fight with the Tim Pools and all the others that we talk about constantly.
No, it is pretty incredible. It's like they're doing limbo. Like how low can you go? Well, we're about to watch. First, let's watch Dave Rubin run his mouth a little more on how the kind of marriage and family that he's establishing is not ideal.
In the family that we are gonna raise, we're obviously gonna have two fathers. However, that is not me saying, oh, women are not important or that there is no difference between men and women or anything like that. And will it look different than the traditional family? Yes. But how many people do the traditional family truly right with the best of the mother and the father and don't do anything to screw up their kids psychologically or physically or anything else? So I think you can say that, oh, there is the norm and the ideal, and then there are things around that and approximate to it that are pretty good too. And the best that I can do is do the best that I can to make something good happen.
Okay, if you want to do the best that you can, stop saying stupid crap about how your family is not ideal and not normal. Like, because your kids are gonna see it. It's not a nice thing to see as a kid. It could actually be pretty harmful and traumatizing for them to see their own father say that their whole family situation is not ideal. It's not ideal, it's not, and who knows what other dumb stuff he's gonna say that's gonna make his own kids question whether or not the environment they're growing up in is okay.
I mean, the 2024 presidential Republican primary is going to be DeSantis and Trump seeing who can out disgusting each other when it comes to their commentary about the community. Aside from the thing about the ideals, that's the best stuff I've seen from him, in that he appears to be trying to get through to some of his audience that, like, hey, could you not like think that me and my family should be murdered for being this way? But if you really believe that, and he's right, like lots of families have problems and lots of families are doing their best and deserve respect, then actually live that way and stop participating in a movement that regularly demonizes single parents and trans parents and gay parents and all of those different things. Extend to them the empathy that you seem on some level to want for your own marriage, that you deserve for your marriage. They just deserve it too.
Now let's watch Dave squirm when that terrible argument is taken to its logical conclusion. Let's watch.
Do the best that I can to make something good happen.
What I hear from your things right now is that on the ideal, you would prefer that your children will be heterosexual, and to live in the classic ideal family, men and women.
Well, I wouldn't prefer, well, that's not exactly what I'm saying. I don't know that I would prefer that they would be. I would prefer that I am able to raise two children who are functional adults who have an understanding of the way the world works and can find some meaning in their lives and live a life that's important to them. If ultimately they both turn out to be straight, that's fantastic. If one of them turns out to be gay, that's fine too.
I don't have my own children, but I have nieces and nephews who I'm incredibly protective of. I purposely do not share photos of them on social media because I know how the world works and I know how people comment on my images and stuff like that. I don't wanna put children in that situation. Stop talking about your kids. Stop it, stop it. You know what your audience is, you know what they represent, you know they hate what you represent in being married to a man who is now bringing children into the world through surrogates. Please protect your own kids and shut the F up about them publicly. Just don't, stop talking about them.